All right, everybody. So welcome back. Last session, you all had just dropped off your prisoner, Katha. No, I'm sorry, Katha Moskal. The two names were so similar, but the Zentarum agent um, from Nightstone that you all had recaptured after meeting her again back at Noanar's Hold delivered her to some Lord's Alliance agents that had been sent to meet you at the crossroads between your destination and left her with them and then continued on your way eastwards towards Everland. After a not uneventful journey to the city, you did finally arrive, and after arriving, you all sought out your Harper contact in the city. The half-work barkeep did see you successfully to the Moongleam Tower, the Harper stronghold in the city, where you had been directed to seek out by Dorothra back in Tribor. After having been seen to the Moongleam Tower, being teleported there rather abruptly by the half-orc patron of the tavern, you met with the elven caretaker of the place. Crowan Valharrow was his name, and he was instructed to grant you all access to a network of teleportation circles. These circles led to major cities throughout the north and were now at your disposal. You were informed that these circles would be available to you at any point during any day. All you need to do is get to one of the major cities in which these circles reside, and they could instantly transfer you to any of the others in the north. So, with this knowledge in mind, that is where we're going to go ahead and pick up today. So, I'll drop you all on the map of the north. Get a good look. Those green circles on the map are where you have your teleportation network. For further reference, you all do have a new handout that will be open to you for the rest of the game. That can show you that can also show you the locations that you can travel to.
That's cool. Mirabar.
All right. So with that, the elven caretaker of the Moongleam Tower does approach you all and says that he has something else for you all.
Oh?
Indeed. He was asked to deliver to you all several scrolls that could help you out along your journey. So let me go ahead and grab that list for you all real quick. Okay, so there are 6 spell scrolls here for you all. There is here. I'll go ahead and paste it. 6. I'll go ahead and paste it into the chat for you. They are Dispel Magic, Fly, Magic Weapons, Sending, Tongues, and Water Breathing.
Dandy has questions about tongues.
It is a language spell.
Thank God, it sounded gross.
Yeah, it is no far more innocuous than it seems.
Unlike Avard's black tentacles. Those are all my favorite spells. These are all great.
So yeah, tongues. The spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
That one's always posed an interesting question for me because it's like, if someone's like really weird about like what kind of like languages they like what kind of languages they trust, even if they know like a good example is like elementals. Like a fire elemental will only want to hear what is it, Ignan, and they don't like, I don't know, Aquan, but like they would understand Aquan. So like, would you sound? I guess it like you could say the person picks, or I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
What level are these scrolls at? Because some of them scale with levels.
They do not specify, so I do believe they are at whatever base level they appear at.
Okay.
All right.
Brevin, you could use a couple of these at least, right?
Charles, you could make Luna fly.
It's tempting. But I'll only be able to do it once though, sadly.
If I remember correctly, water breathing is a ritual.
Yes, it is.
That should definitely go, bro.
Because I'm able to record it down and utilize it as a ritual spell from then on out.
Yep.
I just have to spend the gold to scribble it down.
Brevin, you don't have to breathe at all.
But other people in the party might, and we have one scroll.
You guys can't breathe underwater?
No, Danny. We need to breathe air.
I mean, and he pulls out like the mucus sac from the monolith. I not necessarily.
But at what cost?
But at what cost?
5 hours of needing to stay under the water.
All right, everyone.
Andy's just thinking, boy, do I have a cool trick to show y'all later.
All right, welcome back, Andy. Glad you made it back. All right.
Computer froze.
Oh, rip. Did you see the several spell scrolls you all just gained access to?
No.
So, Carwin at the Moongleam Tower in Everlund did give you all 6 spell scrolls. A spell scroll of Dispel Magic, Fly, Magic Weapon, Sending, Tongues, and Water Breathing. All right, everyone. So,
I'm assuming
go ahead.
they're all wizard scrolls.
No,
I don't think.
if you have them on your list as a spellcaster, you can use it.
So I'm pretty sure Dispel Magic is a cleric ability, right?
Out of those, it's Dispel Magic, Sending.
Dispel
That's-
magic and Clad Tree can use as well. Actually, there's a lot of classes that can use Dispel magic.
Yeah, there's a lot.
If everybody's cool with it, I'd like to take the Sending scroll.
I love sending. But yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. I'm considering the water breathing is the only ritual one in there, I will whenever we're down for a rest, I'll take some time to spend some gold and transfer it over.
I just looked it up, and Dispel Magic is available to all casting classes except Rangers.
Except Rangers, rip.
It's a tragedy.
I can take the
Literally all of them.
The 5e Ranger hate continues even past Tosh's.
So I was actually thinking Dandy would multi-class into a ranger at some point.
Nice. It definitely fits with the backstory.
Yes.
With
that's
how
what I was
long,
saying.
yeah, with how long you all have been on the road and everything, it would make sense that she would be improving her survivalist skills.
Yay.
Yeah, just let me know whereabouts, what level you plan on doing that.
I'm going to take her to at least 8 barbarian.
Okay. Okay, and I mentioned to everybody that we're probably going to finish the campaign at level 14.
Okay. So, do we want to distribute these scrolls to any people in particular, or just kind of put them in the group loot until we...
I can make
No.
really good use of a fly spell.
I already have it as a spell on my list, so feel free.
Take it.
I will take
Yeah,
the
I'm
fly
working.
scroll. I will take the fly spell.
So you guys need a spell to breathe underwater and fly. Nerds.
I'm
Oh
working
my
on that one,
gosh,
okay?
Danny just
In a little
flexing
bit.
Left and right.
I'm working on that, okay? I can do it eventually. And he just, like, he turns into an Aarakocra, but the wings are too weak at the moment.
It's
Working on it.
like a
I can-
penguin Aarakocra, flightless bird.
I can throw you.
Latoni does
I
get rather small.
Parrot-sized
not.
Aarakocra.
Oh my.
I have been getting better at other things, and he can like web his fingers. I'm pretty good at swimming now. I can't breathe under there without eating a mucus sac. But, you know.
Oh, it
Again.
is.
God.
You people and your breathing.
So on the note of new
Yeah.
abilities, who you all just leveled up to level 7 at the end of last session. Did anybody get any cool new stuff?
Yes. I get
I'm
to take an extra, some extra range when I rage. I can move further, and I have advantage on initiative.
Advantage on initiative. Jeez. Okay, that's awesome.
You also can't be surprised.
That's an old one though.
I thought that was a newer one.
That is huge. Dandy, I think there's a way for me to give you advantage on initiative in the sheet, so I'm going to mess with that real quick.
I'm going to use the Beyond 20 sheet.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Awesome.
It's
Yeah.
already on there.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I just got action surge. That's it.
Oh, that's it, huh?
That's it.
Yeah, just just doubling
That's
your action
it.
economy. No big deal.
Yep.
You only get to fire.
Oh.
You only get to shoot 4 times with a heavy crossbow.
God, that's huge.
God.
With
That's
sharp,
That's
with
it.
sharpshooter.
With sharpshooter, it's so much damage.
Yep,
Charles,
that's it. That's
Think about how much you can sell now.
Jeez.
Twice the slap chops.
I can do things twice as fast now, but I can only do it once per day.
So essentially, Action Surge is a potion of super coffee you brewed for yourself.
Oh, I fucking love it.
Not a bad
Espresso.
with an EX.
I created this injection shot. I don't know how it works, but for some reason it makes me super fast. So I just, you know.
Adrenaline.
Just casually invented
That's-
drugs, no big deal.
Oh my god, Nev. Oh no.
Oh no.
Quick, invent Narcan.
Oh no.
That's exactly what I pictured. Was just like a shot of like adrenaline that he just sticks his leg.
That's what we're gonna be doing from now on. That's what I'm gonna do now.
Other than
We're
the,
bad people and we should feel bad about it.
We're right.
Brevin, other than the scroll you'd gotten, has your patron gifted you with anything else?
Look at his pointy teeth.
Yeah. Brevin and his patron aren't exactly on good terms.
Yeah, our relationship started with it ripping my throat out. I did not ask for that, so that kind of set the tone.
Yeah, but like, you get any new magic?
Well, I realized that my flesh seems to have gotten tougher than the actual studded leather that I was using,
Ew.
Oh.
which is essentially me just reflavoring the Armor of Shadows as a innate ability.
Dandy's gonna hand him some lotion.
Tony just looks at Brevin. Yeah, we don't care about your emotional trauma. What did he give you?
Give me the deed. What's going on?
I learned this. Now, I think I learned a spell that requires a person to try to counter it with the strength of their intelligence.
What does it do?
Hold on 1 second, and I will show you.
Oh god. Oh no. Does that mean he's casting?
Tony dives behind a rock. No.
No. I just have to get over here and click the little thing that just says what it does.
No, not me. The rat. The rat. Here, look at the rat.
He's like, let me show you, and then I blow up.
No, I mean I like the spell, but do not ask me to pronounce that first name on what it's called, because. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Ralotham.
Yeah.
Ralotham.
Psychic Lance is really nice.
Is this a new spell?
Visbin.
I think this one came from the Visbin's one.
Nice.
All the new names.
So, intelligence saving throw.
Oh, you become a unicorn. Cool.
On a failed save, 7d6 psychic damage, incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a boss killer right there.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
Whatever
big
it
deal.
does, a shimmering lance of psychic power from your forehead. You become a unicorn. Awesome.
I like
That is
the-
amazing.
It has a really unique mechanic with the naming the creature. I like that a lot. I don't think anything else.
Oh
about the
wow,
name.
that is really cool. You can do it from behind cover. So what does your unicorn
If you
horn
know
like
it's
arc
right.
over the rock you're hiding behind or something?
I'm assuming. I was kind of just going to reflavor it somewhat as the some of the well, since his patron is vampiric, some of the like telepathic mental type stuff that that they have in folklore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think of
Kind
it.
of doing the equivalent of like in the novel Dracula, how Renfield's mind gets wrecked even worse by the Count.
Yeah.
This guy's got a tomahawk missile just pointed at people. Run all you want, you can't hide.
Yeah.
And also, I got to also some other spells I grabbed where my current list also includes. I was able to snag Dimension Door
Ooh.
and was able to retrain a spell where I now have greater invisibility instead of just
Ooh.
regular invisibility.
Yeah. Greater Invis is a freaking game changer for sure.
Oh, you got 3 spells?
Well, no, basically I got some, but then I also was able to retrain one.
Swapped one for something else.
Yeah, I could swap one out. So, and I figured swapping.
Regular invis for greater?
Yeah.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have both.
No, especially when you only get 2 spell slots per short rest.
Right.
Yeah, most of what I've been working on is are we alone in this room? Who's in this room?
Just a whole bunch of Tressums. About half a dozen of them at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, Crowan would have departed and left the room to you all.
Okay, yeah. He'll yeah, I've been working on different forms being able to be more effective, and he'll like his hands will turn into tabaxi claws, and he'll just start like climbing up the wall really well.
Nice.
I'm also a lot faster, so that's nice.
So we turned in the quest here. Did we get any money along with all that stuff as well?
Just the 6 scrolls and access to the circles.
Okay, so
Okay,
if we wanted to sell any scrolls for extra money, we could. But
Yeah, we probably should.
No. Bad.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna use a magic weapon scroll.
I think the Tony can, right?
Well, I can
Well,
use it.
We can
Any
use
of us-
it, but like I
any
just
of us
don't
can
think
use
we're.
it.
I don't think there's ever gonna be a time where we're gonna want or need to use it though, because like we already have weapons that can bypass at this point.
Well, she was looking for a +1 bow. If we don't find one, just holding onto that scroll gives her that for at least an hour.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's I could use it, but it's it would like be weird with how like
You-
I don't think I'd need it.
You're
I'd
assuming we're not
better
gonna
off.
find like a +1 bow either, like in our shopping.
Yeah, it's only useful for like
Maybe.
one time. It's only useful for like one time as well, so I just don't think it's worth it.
Okay.
I mean, if they really wanted a magic weapon, I could take the 1 AC off of Horus and give them a magic bow, but
Are you crazy?
I think Dan.
Are you?
I'm just saying.
That man is a moving shield. Leave him alone.
That is no lie.
I think Dandy could use like returning weapon or something more effectively.
Dandy just wants some armor that bumps her up a little bit.
Let's do that. Why don't we go?
Yeah, I think that was our plan anyways, was to hit up the
Yeah.
market, right?
Now,
Let's
I know
do
it
the
takes
market
time
business.
for armor to be made, but is there a way for me to leave my basilisk scale somewhere to be
Oh,
made into
yeah.
armor?
Yeah, this is actually
Come back.
an excellent campaign for that kind of stuff because of just how long passes between things happening. So yeah, and Everland would most certainly be a good place to do that.
Because I have 8 basilisk scales and a pair of eyes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I remember that
Yeah,
from way back
Yes.
then.
that was like level 2 stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She field stripped that sucker.
All right. Okay, so yeah, so let's take a note. All right, so you all are heading out of the tower for the day to head into the market, the Bell Market, and see what you can find as far as shops and things to sell, things to buy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, you are transported back to Danivar's house, that large inn. That would be. Let me just go ahead and do this for y'all. There's no reason for this information to be hidden.
Names. He has names of everything for us.
Bottom left corner is your legend, and then each location is numbered. So Danivar's house is where you all would be transported back to from the Moongleam Tower. So Moongleam Tower right here, where you all were. Windowless, featureless tower. But once you all were inside, you can see that is mostly just illusion magic, and it is quite comfortable and nice and airy inside. The Bell Market, this big open area, is where you'll find all your shops, your blacksmiths, everything like that. Dandy, we can say that you leave your basilisk scales and eyes with a trusted blacksmith here, and we'll look into what we can make first, and we'll call it a 10-day when you can come back and get it.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So I will take note of that in my notes, and then if someone else wants to take a note of that too, just so we have a double record of that. Payment on pickup, Dandy.
All right.
Ah, nice.
Earrings, please.
Charles. All right, Charles. Yep, that tracks for sure.
See what business I get today.
Yeah,
Maybe I can
yeah,
find something
definitely.
later.
So the
He's
first
the
thing.
con from the Magic Man. I
Well,
mean, Music Man. God.
all right, Charles. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have you roll a. Let's have you do a charisma persuasion check.
Charisma or intelligence?
Charisma first.
All right.
We will do both.
Charisma, persuasion. Damn.
Nice, nice. Okay. And then whatever other check you deem would be appropriate, just explain to me why it would be appropriate.
Let's see. See what he lacks in like natural charisma, he would make up for it in his intelligence. I would argue he's able to make an intelligence persuasion check, or instead of a charismatic one, because he's really smart, and so he's able to like show off his inventions in like miraculous and cool ways, and because
Right.
this stuff is like so ahead of time, it's like something that people just aren't used to seeing, and so it would just naturally gather a crowd around him.
Okay, so not exactly the best showman, but your products speak for themselves.
Exactly.
Okay,
He
so
knows
go
how to
ahead and
manipulate people.
yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Deception.
We call that salesmanship, Latoni.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You don't need to be naturally charismatic. You just need to know how people work.
Exactly.
Yes, the obnoxious asshole attempt, right? No, but you need this, okay? Let me tell you why.
Oh God,
He's a car salesman.
no.
Charles has used wagons.
Oh, nice, and the crit success. Okay. So for a grand
My
total,
God.
I just speak for themselves.
right? So Charles with a grand total of a 21 of a 31. Tack a 0 on that. That's how much gold you'll make at the end of the day.
Ooh, nice.
How much? I'm sorry.
So
310.
whenever we stop at a place at a major city like this, we'll do it just like this. We'll have you roll a persuasion check and then an intelligence check, and then we'll
Okay.
combine the two numbers, tack a 0 onto the end. That is how much you make for the day.
Okay. So you said 23 plus the 8 for 31, so 310?
Yep.
Okay.
310.
Cool.
You're gonna
Nice.
jingle when you walk.
But that'll be accumulated at the end of the day, Charles. So we'll say that we'll say that you'll have accumulated that by the end of the day today.
Yep, that's fine.
Since Charles is hawking his homemade toothpaste, can we like search for other things in the city?
Absolutely. So I don't think we've done a true major city shopping experience for this group yet. So the way that I do that is I generate random shops, and then I'll read you off whatever's in there, and then throw me a price range, and I'll let you know everything that's within that price range. Everlund would certainly be considered a quote unquote metropolis. I would say it's bigger than a large city. It's one of the major trade hubs. So with that, I generate the shop. We have several different options for shops, but I'll get back to that. To improve your chances of getting something that you may want, you can have somebody roll a charisma investigation check. What that represents would be searching for the back alley shops, the places that only the locals know about, that only the distinguished buyers might venture into. With a successful charisma investigation check, you can re-roll the shop one time, and that is with any shop.
Okay.
Okay. So the shop options that you'll have are a trader for just general goods. Also, you can assume that any mundane items that you need, just anything out of the equipment section in the player's handbook, you can find here at their list prices. But aside from that, you have a trader, you have an armorer, you have a weaponsmith, an alchemist, a scribe, and a wandwright.
I would like.
I
I
say we
would
should
like-
get all of them up.
Right, I believe Foster and Charles would be familiar with this from the Descent into Avernus game.
Yes.
So,
Is it possible to have somebody make my silvered axe into a +1 magic weapon?
It would need to be silvered anymore if it's +1.
yeah, but yeah, if you want to if you want to trade and have your axe enchanted,
Are there things that? Never mind. Probably a stupid question.
well,
There is stupid question.
yeah. What would you want to try to do?
I was gonna say, are there things that are vulnerable to silver that aren't vulnerable to magic? I want a magic weapon.
Okay. Yeah, magic weapons are certainly within the realm of things that you can buy here. If you just want a straight +1 weapon, then we'll just go off of the standard price for them. Especially since we're extending this campaign, we're going to be adjusting things and making things more difficult. We are going to allow you a bit more access to magic weapons than the campaign technically calls for. Just because everybody loves magic stuff.
Yep.
So, okay, excellent. So yeah, +1 weapons for anyone that needs them, whether it's enchanting your current weapon or buying an entirely new weapon. It is going to be 500 gold for those. Any +1 weapon or
my
upgrade
money.
of your current. So,
Did I find bracers of archery really easily since it's uncommon?
an
Or I have to
uncommon?
discard the roll. Yeah, it's an uncommon.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. If it's an uncommon item, we'll look up prices for that. I believe we get
It'd be
price
the-
ranges.
It'd be the same price, I believe, for 500.
Okay. Yep. All right, awesome, perfect. I have a good chart right here to use. Ooh, stack exchange, even better. I love stack exchange. Awesome. Jeez, the price goes up so high from there, though. Wow, okay. So yeah, 500 for any uncommon item. Generally, with some possible exceptions, those can be found here
Yeah.
in Everland.
Cool. I would like to purchase the bracers of archery.
Okay. What is the gold stockpile looking like right now for everyone?
Very low.
Group or individual?
I had 781.
My individual without touching the group is let me get over here.
It's less than 800.
My
For the group or
individual-
for you
For
individually?
individual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
individual
didn't
would
do
be
any
1.5.
gambling, so people have more from their gambling.
Latoni,
I have like
I got
how much do you have, Latoni?
less than 300.
Less than 300? Okay, let's add an extra 200 onto that. We'll say that would have been what was sent with you when you were sent here by the Feywild.
Yay.
I forgot to factor in the fact that they've been earning money this whole time.
Now, we also have a couple of items that could be sold, like we had like a giant block of metal of worth 48 gold pieces from the giant tools that we found.
Right. Yeah. You all can trade whatever items that you have that you'd like to trade for money. Now you can. Just translate that directly to GP.
And now, do we need to convert that some of the gems into diamonds for Horace and Wyatt since they are clerics?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you're not losing any money on it. A 300 gold piece diamond is worth 300 gold pieces.
Right.
Well, how much on the spells that can restore folks? Do you know what price of a diamond you're needing?
300 gold.
We have an emerald worth 1,000 gold pieces and 2 tourmalines worth 100 gold pieces apiece. So we could trade that in and get
4
3
diamonds.
4
or 4, my
300
bad.
gold
I'm great
piece
at math.
diamonds.
Yeah, that is a mood, Latoni.
Is it 300 for Rivet?
Yep.
Reviv.
Thought it
And
was
does it consume the diamond as
It
well,
does
or
consume it. It
Yeah.
does
Does.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
okay? So yeah, we want to make sure we have 4 of them in that case.
And you never know when you might run into a primordial dragon again.
If it is okay,
I
I'm
don't
going
like
to.
how you said that.
If it is okay, I'm going to take those out and does a question? Does Wyatt have access to the same revivification style magic?
I do, and it's naturally prepared for me.
Okay.
So good.
I was mainly asking to know if I need to. I'll just go put these in here. 4 100 gold piece diamonds. I mean, for 300 gold piece
Yeah, I was
diamonds.
gonna say.
Yeah, that'll be good for like 4 revivifies. The only thing is, I think you guys keep 2 in the group loot, 1 the horse, 1 for me, because the also thing is you also have the spell slots for it.
Okay, so 2 in
That's a
here and
little-
then 2 here, and you get 1 and horse gets 1. Okay. Now, do we want to sell the 48 gold piece block we have up here from the giant stuff we recovered?
Makes sense.
Okay, so I'll add 48 to what we have up there. 8, 9, 10.
The amulet of proof against detection location. Do we need that?
We've been using it to keep them from finding the pieces of the Vonendom that we had.
Oh, true. Fair enough.
The sticky shield. I think we were talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
selling. The staff of the python. We could try and see what we can get for it. If nobody wants to use it.
I've
anyone
got
can
it,
use
and I can.
Can you?
Okay.
Yeah,
He used it already.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about
I
that.
used it to guard our special guest that we had. for a while
Right.
There.
Because you toss it out and then go back to your pack keeper.
That's why I thought it is really nice, but like the sad part is if it does get killed in 1 turn and it's gone forever.
Yeah, it's got 60 some odd hit points though, so
It'll go down easy. It's just if it does go down, it's gone
Yeah.
forever.
but you can also transform it
Recall
back
it.
with a bonus action.
Yeah.
So basically, it needs to survive 1 round of combat in order to
Yeah.
heal it.
Quick point
Yeah.
of order here, Brevin. Does the Wand of the Serpent require attunement?
Yes, it does, and I do
And
have it attuned.
you have enough attunement slots for that, right? For the Rod of the Pack Keeper and for that and whatever else you might have.
The only things I have that require attunement are Rod of the Pack Keeper and Staff of the Python.
Fantastic. Great. Never mind. Just checking.
And I've been assuming that I've been attuned to one of the rods just to attempt to use it to detect any other items like it nearby.
Okay.
As we've traveled.
Okay. And you have your 3 slots, so you're all good.
Yeah.
And I totally could have helped with that as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And since we have 2 of them now, one could be attuned to one to the other, and just take turns firing it off. Because it's like, if I remember right, it's like 1 charge covers a 10-mile area,
Yeah.
Right.
and no quicker than we can move that I just figured it's easier to assume we were using it instead of just saying it every 5 seconds.
Right, totally.
Yeah. What other stuff do we have here?
The oil of etherealness. That's a rare item we could sell.
That also could be useful as well if it sends you to the ethereal plane.
Well, from what I remember, it just makes you ethereal for like a certain amount of time, and that's it.
Right, and it takes like 10 minutes to apply,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and it's worth $2.5 grand.
It's an out of combat type item that it's unlikely
Okay.
that we're gonna
I'd
use.
much
Like,
rather have the
only-
5
the only-
uncommon items it would buy.
The only time I could think
That
of
makes
use that
sense.
is if we were trying to like pull off a heist or something.
Yeah.
Get it to somewhere where.
Dandy's pretty sure etherealness is someplace down the coast.
I
Well,
hear
if
it
you
helps
want
you
to-
throw an anchor,
Yeah,
though.
etherealness's major use is definitely for infiltration, espionage, things like that are where it shines.
Okay.
I feel like we're
Almost.
not that kind of
I'm
party.
good at.
Right.
I'm pretty
So-
good at playing heists.
We're a party of door kickers.
So, do we want to assume that we sell that for the 2.5 grand?
2.5 is what you would buy it for. Selling does go for less.
No,
that
but
is-
buying
is-
would be $5 grand.
Thank
Selling
you.
was 2.5.
Thank you, Horace.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
There you go.
And your family sent you away.
Because I'm not good with money.
How
He
much
would've-
would
You're my
He would have
favorite.
bought it for the 5K and then sold it for 2.5 and thought he made a profit.
how much would a scroll of magic weapon go for?
Scroll of magic weapon. Let's take a look.
It's a 2nd level spell.
Dandy's rubbing that scroll on her
that's how
axe, by the
you-
way.
That's how you 150.
He's gonna take it before she rips it in half with.
Hey! You guys don't let me do anything.
All right, you said it was a second level spell.
Yeah.
So. Cost spell scrolls. Okay, so second level is showing a value of 100, so selling it'll get you 50.
Well, worth it.
I think I was wrong on that ethereal potion. I think it's 2.5 because it's a one-time use, and then selling it is
12.50.
half of that again.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
It'll be
so
1.25.
so how
Thank
much
you,
was
Horace.
it worth?
1,250.
Okay, hold on just 1 second here. Just to make sure, since I have to subtract this out.
Right. You would just subtract 1,250 from the.
Yeah, hold on a sec. 3692 minus.
Assuming we sell things for
2500.
half.
Right. That is what we're going for.
Okay, and it was how much? 1,250.
250.
Okay, so that gets us to.
Do you guys know what this one does? Dispel Magique. I don't think it does it.
Can you save the changes just so it updates the group loot so we can see what it looks like now?
Yeah, hold on. There we go.
Oh yeah, you guys just used like the page, right? Not the sheet.
Right. It is in.
Yeah.
It is in the player tools folder under group loot.
Yeah. So currently we have 2,442 gold pieces,
There's also some
not-
platinum and silver in there as well.
92 platinum, and 75 silver.
You can just liquidate that into gold.
Yeah, just drop a 0 on the end of the platinum.
Okay.
And that would be 7.5 gold for the silver.
Hold on a sec here. Let me get this taken care of first.
It's got a lot of gold. Good stuff. That's a lot of gold just in the group loot, too.
Yep.
So before you all start buying up the uncommon items, let's go ahead and start rolling up some shops.
Sounds good.
So I'll wait for the group loot to be finished being consolidated, and then we'll do that. I don't know what I would do without bookkeeping players.
So I have almost 700 GP still left after I bought the bracers, and I'll be up to 1,000 once I get the gold from what I made today.
Okay.
So if you want to wait one day on purchasing something, then I can just have extra.
That's fine. We can just. I was thinking about that as I was saying. We can just add that to your current shopping expenditures. No point in just arbitrarily waiting a day.
Okay, so it'll be 7. And I'll get you down here, and okay, that's what we currently have. We still also have the sticky shield. I don't know if we're wanting to sell that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that would go for.
Okay, I have to pull up the PDF real quick. Find out its rarity.
Sort of life stealing. I figure we're keeping just because there's a few of our characters can utilize that if it's needed.
I honestly think Horse should be carrying that.
I don't attack that frequently.
I
mean, I
They
stand
get
in
pretty
front of
sweet, man.
guys, I throw up spirit guardians, and I dodge.
You can wear it like a piece, a piece symbolizing your
It's
supremacy over undead.
Okay, so it is an uncommon item, the sticky shield.
So it'd be 250 gold
Correct.
if we sell it. Okay. Let me go ahead and do that. Like, there are builds I could see it being highly useful for. It's just,
Like the arrow attracting shield. It's kind of like that. It's situational.
We already have an arrow attracting shield. Let's go for Morris.
All right, so let me know when you all are ready to start rolling up shops.
okay, I think that will have it once I just hit save on this, because, the Wyvern Poison, our ranger friend is keeping because it could be useful there. So we do have the powdered diamond, so yeah, I think we're ready to go.
Okay.
What am I keeping?
The Wyvern Poison from, earlier.
Yes.
So that should do it. We got
Okay.
3,612 gold pieces in the group loot, plus whatever people individually have.
Before that, is someone actually going to be using the Sword of Life Stealing? Because theoretically speaking, if no one else is going to be using it, at level 10, I will be attacking 3 times a turn. If I can turn into an off tank.
What kind of weapon is it?
It's a sword.
Just any sword.
Any
it's like
sword,
it's a normal +1 sword, but the life stealing part, basically, when you get a crit, you do extra damage, and you also gain temporary HP based on how much extra damage you do.
If it's something you can use, then hold on to it.
I gotta say, actually, since you're a battlesmith artificer, you could use it and use your intelligence to swing it, even if it's not an infusion. So I'd say grab it in case something gets close to you.
I am carrying a shield, so I can become an off tank if I need to.
Excellent.
I do attack 3 times a turn, though.
Do you?
Well, yeah, because I have 2 weapon fighting.
Okay.
Though I wouldn't, but I would only attack with that one twice.
Oh,
I would
okay.
attack with my.
But you
I
have
would attack with something.
you have that sharpshooter thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a toss-up. Sorry, Horace, go
So
ahead.
the life stealing, it would only be something I use if I need to tank, because otherwise I'd be in range all the time.
What does the sword do?
It's any sword. We can flavor it as any sword that you want it to be. And then it is on a crit. It is just a standard +1 sword. But if you crit with it, you do get extra damage and some temporary hit points back.
3d6 necrotic damage, and whatever extra amount of damage you did, you get that back in temporary HP.
Yeah, I could definitely use that.
There you go.
I'll say. I don't know if I want it to be a short sword, so it's like all my other swords, or a scimitar, so it looks cool and different.
Yeah.
Can you use rapiers?
I can't use a rapier because it needs to be light for me to use 2 weapon fighting.
Scimitar has the light
I'll
property?
Yep.
Nice.
Wait,
that's cool.
Doesn't rapier
It's
have?
identical. It's a rapier is finesse, not light.
Okay.
And the only difference between a scimitar and a short sword is that scimitars are more expensive and weigh 1 pound more. They are mechanically identical otherwise.
Nice. Yeah, go. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll go with the short scimitar then.
Okay. So to simulate that, just drag a +1 scimitar under your character sheet, and that is your Sword of Life Stealing. You can rename it properly if you'd like to. And then on a crit, you roll the extra d6s and gain that back as temp HP.
Let me erase that out of there. And you do already have the Wyvern the Wyvern Poisons also listed under your character sheet, right?
Oh wait, do I? I do not.
Okay.
I have mucus. That is all.
Oh. And I got the Staff of the Python, so I'll get that out.
Oh, shoot, Wyatt. You wanted this, yeah? He'll hold the blade of a +1 dagger over to him.
So many tabs.
Yes.
Do we really need the tent rules and bed rules there as well? Because we don't all have that, right?
Okay. Just a heads up, everybody. It will not be a flat 500 cost on things. So I found a much better way of looking at it. So that's 500 all the way up to what the next level of rarity costs. So Just a heads up, they
Okay.
can cost as low as 500, but it will be basically anywhere between 500 and that 5K mark. Like the
Okay.
like the braces of archery. Have you already spent gold on those, Charles?
Did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. You spent
Yeah.
500?
Yes.
Okay.
Was there a
So
different price for it?
yeah, they were considerably more than that from what I'm seeing
Okay.
here.
How
So
much?
since that was my mistake, I don't want to yank something away from that you just got. So go ahead and spend another 500 on it, and that is still a considerable discount.
Okay.
Okay.
If you don't have enough, we can also take some from our group loot for that if we need to.
I have
Yeah,
enough in my
honestly,
inventory.
yeah, that's worth it. You being able to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I had enough in my personal pay for that, so I'm not worried.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, Charles is rolling.
Is that slap chop?
We'll say I gave them some of my magical inventions as like a trade off, you know.
I feel
So
like you're just getting
I
royalties
thought
now.
500 was the top cost for an uncommon.
No.
And that's just what we go by.
Like I just looked up the price, the standard price on the braces of archery, and it's listing as 2,500 in multiple different places, which makes me think that the price ceiling that we're looking at is the 500 to 5,000 for uncommon items, 5,000 up for like the +1 weapon standard is going for 500.
I understand what you're saying. I think look at something other than bracers.
The bracers, okay. Let's go ahead and I have the list of. Let's look at the decanter of endless water.
It's possible they made bracer more expensive just because of how good it is.
Yeah, it's like getting.
Yeah.
It's basically what is the dueling? It's like the dueling fighting style,
Yeah.
but range.
Yeah, that's even more out there. Let me try something else.
Plus, for like classes that don't necessarily get proficiency with longbow and shortbow.
Horace, do you have a good source to look up prices?
No, I just remember.
Okay.
I have one, but
What's
it's
that like?
different
What's
from
the
what
place I use?
like is common.
What was that? What?
I have the same magical item list, but that is, I believe that's a homebrew that people put up.
I think we've used that in the past before. So can you link that to me in the chat?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll use that as our price guide. As long as we're consistent, I'm not really too worried about it. But that's what we're trying to go for here is a consistency.
Right. Yeah, just like I said, a heads up. This is what was done in another, and it's based not on rarity but on functionality of the weapon.
Okay, I do like that.
Yeah. Because, admittedly, sometimes
Yeah, 5e is all messed up for.
some of the stuff I don't get why they list some things as common and some as rare because
Yep. As
some
I
of
was
these one this seems reversed.
right, and like
Yeah,
as I was
it's
looking
just-
up the shops and setting that up for today, I just saw so much all over the place. And I actually saw an article from a couple of the designers that they say just 5e is just not designed for a high level, for like a high quantity of magic items. They're supposed to be super rare and like, you know, if you have a +1 sword, you could, like, the quote was, you should be able to retire comfortably off of what a +1 sword costs the average person. Like, so.
Yeah,
that
the game
makes me
falls.
sad.
The game falls apart after like level 8 or something, or like level 10.
There's just the balance gets impossible. Like all the balance rules just go out the window. Okay, so is this alphabetical or what is this list? No.
I believe it's broken down into like consumables and then combat items.
Okay.
So it's alphabetical in the sense of what the item actually is. But it gives you like the DMG page. So this is only DMG items, not any of the newer items. So you'd have to kind of finagle.
Okay.
I found a shop with a search engine that you can use to search up items, magic items.
Okay, go ahead and link it.
I love Roll20's like macro system because it's so easy to understand and easy to build a different attack or weapon or whatever. Whereas D&D Beyond's it feels very clunky to me in the way that they set everything up.
I'm a barbarian. I like clunky.
truth be told, it is probably just whichever one a person has messed with the most.
Yeah. When because I'm looking at another site and they like give like a table for like how items should cost, and they're saying like common items should cost anywhere from 50 to 100, uncommon should cost anywhere from 100 to 500, rare should be anywhere from 500 to 5,000, very rare should be anywhere from 5,000 to 50,000. But the search engine one like
Right.
made
So the
all this
five,
stuff
so
is
the 100, 500, and 5,000 are the upper limits of those
yeah.
categories.
That is what it's
Yeah,
looking like. Yeah, okay.
that is from apparently a snippet from Chapter 7 Treasure in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Don't know what that is.
But then a scroll of fly becomes more expensive than boots of fly.
So I
Boots of-
think so that's where like the difference between a consumable and like a more permanent thing would come in. A consumable is always going to be on the lower side of the spectrum, whereas like a more permanent item would be more on the higher scale of the spectrum.
Right.
But,
So, I keep seeing this sane magical prices getting referenced. I hear it referenced a lot. So why don't we just link this in the chat, and this will be what we use. Go ahead and everyone take a look at this and see if we think that this is fair. This is the one that Chris just sent over to me.
I hate magical prices.
Because I do see this one get referenced a lot online and on podcasts and stuff, so. And if we have something that we can just come back and look at every time, that'll be helpful.
I like that it says sane.
Right.
Magical.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pin it.
It's the one we used to do in my other campaign because it's more relative to the usefulness of the item than the actual rarity. But it also lists like things like, typically this is like around here, but say something that might be listed as very, very rare, but the usefulness is very niche, the price comes down significantly.
What's a vicious weapon?
Nice. It's it does extra damage on crits, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, for anyone that wants a cool little flashback, a few of you at least, I didn't realize that this is the same channel that Felicity Grove started as. So all the elevator pitches and stuff are still in the pins.
Aw.
So according to this table that you just showed me, Sean, they have fish searchers at 1,500. I could just empty my whole individual money in to pay for that.
Okay, if that's okay with you.
Yep. I'll just be at 0 GP for now.
Charles is poor again.
Till the end of the day when he gets 300 and what?
No,
10
that
gold?
would include that part. That would include that part, that gold.
Okay.
Okay, is everybody comfortable using this as our official magic item pricing guide going forward?
Yes.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I like the consistency.
Okay. Anybody opposed? That's a better way to ask. Okay. This is it.
Now it's just a matter of what can we find.
Right.
I love when I
So-
get the Christmas tree rolls.
We will still go by, if it's uncommon, you can find it here for its list price.
Man, it's expensive to be an adventurer.
Yeah. Well, what would they say? Like an aristocratic lifestyle is 10 gold a day. So you all are spending like several fortunes right now.
Yeah.
But alternately, though, there's the fact that,
So
you
basically,
kind of need to spend that much money to not die fighting things like giants and dragons.
True.
So basically, the true rich people in the world of D&D are actually the adventurers.
Oh yeah.
Who apparently are walking around with like thousands of dollars while everyone else is just like poor, like $100. They're lucky.
Right.
Andy's like, oh, this necklace of fireballs is cute. Looks at the price tag. Never mind. It's not that cute.
All right, everybody. So, seeing the list that we have available to us, does anybody want to buy anything direct off the list?
Probably. I need to read a couple of them though.
Anything uncommon you can find here, otherwise we're rolling the shops up.
You could roll the shop while we're looking.
Okay. So, which one would you like to roll up? Trader, armorer, weaponsmith, alchemist, scribe, or wandwright?
Armorer?
Is
Okay.
the wandwright
Sorry, armorer.
one with the summon stuff?
Okay.
Brevin, that is a $2,000 snake.
Huh.
The rod of the pack keeper I have is like 12,000.
I mean, it's like the best warlock item in the game, so.
Yeah, that's why.
I was so surprised when he gave you that so early. I'm like, damn.
Does anybody see a +1 shield on the list? I want to compare the item prices on this generator that I'm using to the prices here. Somebody see a +1 shield?
+1 shield is 1,500.
Perfect.
Yeah, 1,500,
Wonderful.
yep.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's go ahead and get one more example. What about? Holy shit. Okay, here's a good one. What about a +3 chain shirt? What's that priced at in there?
+3
Plus
chain
3
shirt?
armor is 24,000.
24,000? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Does it even go as high as +4 in the DMG?
No.
I didn't
don't
think
think
so.
so.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
goes, no.
Okay, and what about a +3? Okay, never mind. The prices seem to be checking out. I'm seeing a +3 shield of fire resistance here for 51k.
Jeez.
+3 shield by itself is 24.
Yeah.
The fact that it has fire resistance on top of that probably makes it even higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't like how they classed sending stones. They made them $2,000 or 2,000 GP. But
Oh.
like, sending stones are really weak.
I actually, if we could use the Zentarum Sending Stone to fuck with the Zemtarans, that would be amazing.
You want to
Yes.
start like a disinformation campaign or something?
Yes.
And you get your Javelin of Lightning here if you wanted to.
I'm sorry, say it again?
You get a Javelin of Lightning if you wanted to here.
I desperately want one, but I would prefer better armor.
Fair.
Okay. So, in the armorer's shop that we have spun up for today, we have. Okay. What's our price cap? What would be too expensive to even consider looking at?
Anything over 4K probably.
Anything over
Yeah.
anything over 6 to be
Anything over 6, not worth considering. Okay. Okay. There is a +2 shield in here.
Oh. Damn. Wait, Horace, what's your shield right now?
It's +1.
Should
How
we give him
expensive is
+2
it?
and
+2.
What's the listing price on that in our list here for a +2 shield?
$6,000.
Okay. They have it in here for 5. They say it's beat up and looks like shit. This battered shield was taken from the crypt of a vampire lord.
but does it work?
It works, it just looks like crap.
Yeah,
That's
but we
alright.
can't afford
Clean it up.
$5,000.
You can
Okay,
give it
so-
a paint job.
That is one option. So if somebody wants to take a note of that, so we can come back to it if we want to. So plus, I'll go ahead and drop our potentials here. +2 shield, battered for 5k. Okay.
Oh my god, I was looking at the page numbers and thinking they were the price. I was like, I can afford 152 gold pieces.
Nice.
Damn it.
All right. That is it. The only thing in here that is within that price range is shields. Everything else is in
Is there any
the.
+1 shields?
There is a light steel shield +1 for only 1,200.
Okay.
Should I paste that into the options?
I would.
Dandy's just like, I have 200 gold pieces left, and just like shaking them in front of the guy.
But you said anything of uncommon rarity is here?
Yes, I did say with some exceptions. So if we look at it and be like, "Holy shit, why is that here?" Probably not.
Would he have adamantine plate?
See, adamantine. It's listed as an uncommon item though. Like I always considered adamantine to be considerably more powerful because it just says no to crits. You are uncrittable.
No to crits.
Yeah. Like, that's why my fighter had it in that Felicity Grove campaign. It wasn't flashy, but
Right.
if something critted him, it was just kind of like, heh, no.
Okay,
Is
so
that the one where like your armor doesn't give disadvantage to stealth, or is that something else?
That's
Mithril.
Mithril.
So, Wyatt, if somebody would like to try and find adamantine plate, that is literally the item that I put that clause in there for, because I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, that might be a bit much. So, we will say a DC 14 charisma investigation check to find out if someone here in town has it. We will re-roll that same chance at every major city you all go to if you don't find it here.
Oh, okay. Would somebody like to help me? Because I honestly, those are too like.
Yep. Anyone that would like to, a DC 14 charisma investigation.
I'm good at.
I can do the. I personally investigation, but
I got the charisma part covered.
Only one person can do it. One roll.
Well, I can
So-
give you advantage on it.
Hold on a sec. Now, doing this sort of thing, is it just making a charisma roll and
Adding your it's a charisma roll and then you add your investigation modifier to it. Yep.
If I flex, can we use my strength modifier?
well, my charisma's pretty good, and I have a +5 to investigation, so
I would say that's a strong chance. You'd have to roll you'd have to roll lower than a 7 to not get it then.
yeah,
sounds
I have
like.
a. Not quite. How do I roll a straight charisma?
You could just are using D&D Beyond because I don't know how to do it from D&D Beyond.
I pulled up in Roll20.
Okay, so on the left-hand side, all your abilities, you just click the one that says charisma, and then it'll roll a straight charisma check.
Okay. Oh, it's up here at the top where I do it. So there's the charisma check, and we add 5 to that.
So 19. So you all can find a standard set of adamantine. What were you looking for, Wyatt?
Plate.
Like full plate?
Yes.
Okay, let me see a price on that in the list here. I don't know how to read this yet. I'm like just scrolling around in it. So would that be combat items? Or is there a different section for armor?
All the way on the bottom, there's the
Combat
Oh,
items,
alphabetical.
the second one on the list.
I just word search.
Yeah, it has at the bottom all items listed alphabetically, and it has adamantine armor, price 500. I'm assuming that's 500 above what the normal price is.
Yeah, I would. That would be the assumption that I would make too. And then
'Cause there's
plate.
there's armors that cost a lot more than 500.
Right, exactly. It would make no sense to get a set of plate that costs like what 2,000 or however much plate costs.
So a full-
1,500.
So full plate
1,500.
usually costs 1,500. So maybe add on the adamantine.
That's
plate.
what I'm thinking too. So 2,000 for the adamantine full plate.
Sword of Wounding is really cool.
Will do.
Is somebody gonna buy that?
Yeah. Wyatt's gonna buy it.
Okay.
2,000 gone like that.
I think that's coming from the.
Group loot.
Is that coming from personal or group?
No, that's coming from Wyatt.
Oh damn!
Okay. Well, hey, why
Jeez,
not?
apparently
Okay.
Charles wasn't the only one that was rolling.
Wow.
Wyatt won a lot off of Dandy.
Dandy's walking around, I'm poor.
I literally had 26.43. So when you guys first said, "Oh, we have 2,400 in group loot," I was just like, "Oh, wow, that's a pittance, isn't it?"
Well, what, like, was it the anchor yeeting and the gambling on the
Yeah.
boat where you won all that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Ah,
This
good
made
stuff.
me so freaking sad.
Oh. Okay, are we done with the armor? Those are the 2 items that were in the armor that were within your price range.
Do they have the lightning javelins?
If it's an uncommon item on the list, then you can assume that they have that here.
It is. It's that 1.5 to get Javelin Lightning.
Dandy is going to shake that 200 gold at him.
How much is in the group
One-
loot?
No, I don't want to take from the group. That makes me feel bad.
It depends on what else they have, because it may be well worth it considering it's a line lightning attack, where you can catch more than one enemy within it.
Yeah, it's an AoE.
So why don't we spin up some more shops and see if there's anything else y'all want to spend your gold on?
See what else is there.
Yeah.
All right, so spinning up the trader next. Do you all have any interest in spell scrolls?
Depends on the scroll.
Okay.
Rituals.
Rituals, okay.
Rituals I don't mind snagging, because no matter what list they come from, I can scribble them down. But I have to have it first so I can do that.
Just Brevin sitting in the shop writing things down.
Oh no.
Well, it takes 2 hours per level and 50 gold for the inks to record them.
I'm just saying. We can keep
Yeah.
him distracted for 2 hours. No, that one on the top shelf in the far corner.
Okay, so there is a spell scroll of absorb elements. There is a spell scroll of protection from evil and good. There's a flying carpet flying around with signs and with signs and a for sale sign hanging off of it with a price tag that reads 60,000 GP.
It's alright,
Stop.
mine's cooler.
There's a spell scroll of sanctuary. And that's it for spell scrolls.
Okay.
I love sanctuary. It's my coward spell.
All right.
Him, like nature or something. That'd be pretty useful.
If I sell my splint, I get half back, correct?
Correct. Anything you all want to sell, you'll get half value back for it.
Okay. I will unless anyone needs my studded leather, I will probably sell that. Because with that Armor Shadows thing, there's not much of a need.
What are the odds we find boots of levitation?
I mean,
Okay,
we're
Mordo.
spinning up the shops, and I don't believe they are in the drop items that are in Storm King's Thunder, so... Random is your answer.
I love
We
it.
should look for some
Chaos.
sovereign. We should look for some sovereign glue. We can glue a giant permanently to the ground.
Okay, so there's a +1 axe here, but you all can get +1 axes wherever, so we'll leave those off the list. There's a potion of invisibility for 300 GP.
That's always useful. That's a potential one.
You never know. That one might not be a bad one to snag at some point.
When you want to do a scouting mission, it's definitely good. Plus, it can also give you that surprise round.
Sorry, 1 second.
A necklace of adaptation would be pretty useful.
Okay.
I'm just scrolling through the things that are like relatively cheap. A necklace of adaptation is cheaper than a bag folding.
Okay, and then there is a wand of chain lightning.
I have a feeling that is going to be cost prohibitive.
Yeah, it's up there. It's like just over what you would want to spend, but I thought I'd just let you know just in case. All right, so that's it for the trader. Not too much there. Moving on to the weaponsmith now. There is an adamantine battle axe in here.
Go
Going
on.
For 3K is what's listed at here.
Shake, shake, shake. That 200 gold.
Yeah, but it's like a knock spell in that it will break any door.
Adamantine weapons are definitely strong.
You said battle axe, though?
Yes.
Meh.
We could change it to a great axe or whatever kind of axe.
Ooh. Great axe, please.
Okay.
Can she just, like, hold it and, like love on it while they're in the shop?
I mean, you can, but you will quickly have a couple shopkeepers coming up to you with very concerned looks and taking it away from you.
Good luck. Damn. What if I traded in my silver great axe? Will that knock it down any?
I believe silvered weapons were, what, 100 over their standard price?
Sure.
I need to figure that out real quick.
My goal is that Dandy has an axe that is hilariously bigger than she is. Like, I want anime style.
Yeah, it's
axe.
100. It's 100 over whatever the price of the axe was, whatever the price of the weapon was. Okay, and there's a +1 scimitar in here. But again, sorry about the +1 weapons. So nothing too crazy in the weaponsmith.
Ow.
The alchemist is up next. This is going to be your potions, oils, possibly sovereign glue if it's in here. It is not in the roll. So if somebody wants to make a charisma investigation check, we could re-roll it if you get over, what we call it, I believe we called it a DC 15 to get a re-roll.
Question about the rerolls. Can we see everything first and then reroll?
Sure. Okay.
But I'm not particularly interested in sovereign glue. It was mostly just...
Okay. There is a potion of hill giant strength in here for 300. There is any sort of healing potion that you'd want is here.
How much for a superior?
Superior would be 2,000.
Okay. It's expensive. Wait, potion of superior healing, 450 apparently on the list.
I have 2 of those.
Is that the sane prices?
Potion of superior healing's very rare. That's what it's listed under the sheet. I just found it.
How much is it listed for?
It was listed for 450 GP for potion of superior healing.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's definitely different than the sources I've been using by quite a wide margin. But, I've been looking for a standardized thing to use, and if this wants to be it, then this wants to be it. So let me take a look at that real quick.
Potion of greater healing, it's at 150.
So they value potions really low on this compared to what...
They are one-time uses. I think that's what they factored in for it.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I have been looking for a standard lookup for magic item prices and all that kind of stuff, so... Yeah, I mean, I would hate to be like, we use this for everything but potions, so let's go ahead and just use whatever prices are listed here.
Potion of superior healing, I believe, was 8.
I have a question because I I have I started out with a magic item that isn't on this list, so it's not priced
Okay.
at all.
What is it?
Sorry, shift weave.
Shift weave. So I feel
It
like
has-
that would be like along the same prices as like a cloak of many fashions.
Well, well, a cloak of many fashions only changes color. So I'd imagine it'd be quite a bit
Yeah.
stronger since it's changing the whole outfit. I think it'd be at least more comparable to the hat of disguise.
Okay. Okay.
The hat of disguise being 5,000.
Jeez, wow.
Yeah, and this is actually physically changing the outfit rather than.
Right, and the hat of disguise changes your physical features too, doesn't it?
Yes, the hat of disguise is just casting disguise self at will.
Okay. And the shift weave just changes all of your clothing.
Yes, it has 5 different outfits you can cycle between, so you can't customize it every time.
Okay. Okay. I am thinking. Let me see if I can find somebody that has already calculated this for us. Does not look like it. Okay, so I'm gonna call it less valuable than the hat of disguise. We'll call it 3,000, so you can get 1,500 for it.
Yeah, that'd definitely be worth it, because then that's like, I can almost afford the glamour studded leather, which is 2k. And it's like, this is a fun one. Okay, wait.
Okay. And the next up is the scribe. This is where Brevin is most likely to find his scrolls.
So the potions was only the potions of healing that he had.
We'll say that any of the uncommon potions that you can find on the list he'll have here, but the list unfortunately it looks like it was drawing from a lot of different editions, and those were the only ones that were 5e compatible. Potions of healing,
Okay.
and then I believe I listed off 2 before that that didn't really draw any interest.
Potion of invisibility, potion of giant strength.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, we looked at the armor already. Yep, okay.
Okay. So it's rolling up the scribe right now. Okay, here we go. There is. Sorry, Brevin, I don't have the ritual tag on any of these, so we'll just have to figure it out as we go for which ones are rituals. But there's a lot.
I got a deal with stuff pulled up for that.
Awesome. So alarm is here. Burning
Already got that one?
hands. Okay, burning hands. Charm person.
Nope.
There's a chromatic orb. A color spray. A comprehend languages, which I'm pretty sure is a ritual.
That is one.
Okay, so it's comprehend languages. Okay. Detect magic.
Troll.
That is one as well. Detect magic.
Think so.
There is
Right
alter
now,
self.
No.
Arcane lock.
No.
Oh, I don't think so.
Blindness deafness.
No.
Blur.
Nah.
No.
What is it?
Cloud of daggers. Continual Flame, Animate Dead, Bestow Curse, Blink, Clairvoyance.
I'm writing them down. Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's Counterspell.
It's Clairvoyance one? I don't think so.
Correct. Dispel Magic. Fear. Arcane Eye. Banishment. Blight. Confusion. Control Weather. Animate Objects. Bigby's Hand. Whoa, Cloud Kill's in here. That's definitely not a ritual, though. And Cone of Cold.
Yeah, comprehend languages, detect magic. Alarm I already have.
Okay.
You've
already got all of them.
Went up for like 6th level, and the only rituals we got were first.
Yeah,
Y'all can re-roll it if you want to make that charisma investigation check.
Well, question on comprehend language and detect magic. How much would the scrolls for those cost?
They are cheapy. They are cheap. They are only 50 gold each. All three of them were first level, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Do we have a price? I need to stop looking at the internet and start looking at our new.
Yep, 60 gold per scroll. Per first level scroll.
Yep.
I'm seeing spell scroll here alphabetically as level 1. Okay, 60. Page 200, 60 gold. Cool. I did the same thing Dandy just did. Look at the page number as the price. Okay, so yeah.
I will go ahead and purchase those out of my personal funds then, or at least the detect magic and comprehend languages.
Okay.
So that'd be let's go over here and just take it off. So 120 removed.
Can we re-roll it after he buys them, or do we have to like skip it?
You re-roll it after. Yep. We can re-roll it after.
All right. Can we re-roll it then?
Yep. Charisma investigation.
I'll do it because I'm great at those.
Nice.
There we go. My investigation is -1, so don't worry.
Nice. Brevin, since I feel that that was kind of a meme, you can go ahead and roll one if you want to. Because Brevin has like +5 to it.
Yeah, let me just do 2 spell scrolls here, just so I have those. But yeah, I'll just re-roll that right quick. And
Tony got lost. He's somewhere.
He's somewhere. Oh no!
Oh, I did terrible. I did even worse somehow. Granted, I do get to add 5 to that, so that would at least have stuck me at 11.
Still not good enough to re-roll right now, unfortunately. Get better luck at the next city.
Nah, but it's okay. I also have to spend time and burn some money in inks to actually record them as rituals, so...
Right. Okay.
He ended up finding his way back to the same shop, but Brevin didn't.
All right. So, in the wand right, we have. Ooh, there is a wand of fire. Oh, that's a bit too expensive. Wand of fireballs.
Which level, or like how many fireballs?
Wand of fireballs. I think you get 7 shots. Then it has to reach. There's 7 shots
It doesn't
lowest
say. It just
level?
says Wand of Fireballs.
Oh, okay. Because the list.
Yeah, Wand of
says
Fireballs, I think it's 7 shots before it's out. If you still have 1 charge left in it, you get to roll and see how many it recharges.
Okay.
But it's
'cause
7 shots of Fireball.
Yeah, because the where is it? It's the necklace of fireballs 1 bead is only 300 on the sheet.
Okay.
That's why I was curious.
Yeah, those are expendable. So once you use them, they're gone. Like a
Yeah.
wand just recharges at the beginning of the day. So technically, you have like 7 third level spells, and that's like,
Yeah.
That recharges. Yep, that would explain the extravagant price on that.
Yep.
Okay. There is a Wand of Magic Missiles. That's all. Man, all these wands are super expensive.
They all recharge, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why they're expensive. They recharge you, essentially get free castings of it.
Yeah, there's a wand. There's a Wand of Secrets. That is the only one that is within the price range. Oh, there's also a Wand of Magic Detection.
What is the one of secrets? What does it do?
I think it points at them hidden
Secret,
passages
yeah,
and
secret
stuff.
doors and stuff.
Yeah, it's better than detect traps. Even detect magic is better than detect traps.
Yeah, that's true. There's some bunk stuff in there.
Detect traps pisses me off. It just, I'm sorry. Okay. It's such a terrible spell. It's okay.
Okay, everybody, that is all the shops. So,
Do we have a weaponsmith in the city? Just an armor smith.
We already did the weaponsmith.
right, we did the weaponsmith. It was
Okay.
really the
They
only thing
have
within
the
the price
axe.
range was the +1 weapons, and then, yeah, the we have up here the
Adamantine
adamantine.
axe.
Yep, adamantine great axe.
Sure.
God, so many tabs.
I'm not saying Dandy will be heartbroken if she doesn't get the axe, but she will lay down on the floor and cry.
I mean, we do have access to other cities. We can just like pop over and check
Yeah.
another city if.
There's kind of this like, can we really?
Oh gosh.
All right.
Go
ahead.
Actually, there's also one other thing I would like to do. I just got to see how much it costs. Because I have had to resummon my familiar a time or two, so how much does it cost for the stuff to summon?
For the incense.
10
Yeah,
gold.
10 gold worth. I'm gonna also burn 50 gold so I can just add that to my little inventory there.
Okay.
And you said I could leave my basilisk things with the armorer?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so the adamantine great axe is here. Are you all trying to go to a different shop to see what it rolls there?
Oh, the general. We didn't check the general shop.
The trader. That would have been the trader.
Yes, the trader.
That did roll up. That was a couple weapons. Yeah, we did roll that up. There was nothing that you all wanted from that one.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, we did. Oh, damn it! Rip the dream. I did the thing where I accidentally navigated away from the Roll20 page instead of opening a new tab.
Oop.
Yep. Hopefully it loads me back in as DM and not as player. Yep, good. Okay, everyone. So, those are all the shops, all the items that you have access to in Everland. Is anyone else looking to buy anything or spend any more gold here? Are you all getting the adamantine great axe for Dandy, or are we holding off on that for now?
I
How
think we were
expensive
holding
is it?
off on it. It was,
3K.
yeah, it's a lot.
I think we should hold off because there are better weapons for 3K.
And that's totally fine. Like I'm fine. Dandy's just being pathetic.
All right, everyone. So, with that, let's go ahead and take our break. And when we come back, we can decide where we are headed from Everland. All right, everybody. So, welcome back. We just finished our big shopping experience in Everland, acquired many goods, and left a little bit of something behind for a later pickup. Being able to pick that up in a 10-day from the armorer there. Left behind some basilisk parts. See what
Yes.
they'll be able to cook up. So, um, the world is yours, everybody. You do have a few quests, but you do have access to all the teleportation circles. You can head wherever you'd like to at this point.
Okay.
Like, can Latoni lay out the map, and he's going to pull out a dart and
Huh.
close his eyes. And then he'll throw it. Can I like roll a d5, and that's that determines which one we go to for.
Well,
magic.
there are a few quests that the group had picked up before Latoni had entered in, so that might guide where they may want to go a little bit.
Yeah, let's kind of lay out which places we need to go to complete some quests first.
So there are
Those,
3 that you have currently. 3 of the remaining. So Latoni, just a quick. Back in Tribor, the group had fought off basically a small army of giants and their minions that had attacked the city of Tribor, and several of the townspeople assisted the party in fighting that back. All those who survived had a little bit of information to give to the party, a quest, if you will, that each of them could take. So, arriving here in Everland was one of them, as was delivering the saddles to Noanar's Hold. There are currently 3 more that are available to you all. The first is from Othavir, the person who actually drew you to Tribor in the first place, delivering the family heirlooms to that individual of somebody back from Nightstone. But Othavir told you of a group of people that live in Silvery Moon, and some items that might be better served liberated from their clutches. Another quest led towards a place called Xantharl's Keep, that is over here just south of Mirabar. That is one other spot that you all could go to. There is a wanted fugitive that was last seen around the keep with a rather sizable bounty on that individual's head. The final one was to deliver a letter of recommendation to Citadel Felbar, to the northeast of your current position, one of the many dwarven holds in the Silver Marches. Not much more to that one other than to just deliver the letter of recommendation to that dwarven matriarch family. So those are the 3 that you have available to you at the current moment.
So for immediate benefit, we would either want to go to either head up to Silvery Moon, or we want to go to Mirabar and head downward to collect the bounty. To either collect the magical items or collect the money. Give me 1 second, I will see if I can pull up how much that bounty was.
It was 5,000.
6,000.
6,000. Okay. Yep, it was 6.
Well, right now we have 2 pieces of Devonendot.
Yep.
We might want to take a teleportation to Waterdeep and give one to
one to Kotha. That might not be a bad idea, because all we really need is one in order for us to continue searching for other pieces.
If we head to Silvery Moon and Citadel Felbar, I believe that's a 6-day journey. 6-day back would give us 12 days, and that'd be enough for Denny to pick up her project.
Armor.
So you're thinking possibly drop off maybe us you sending to contact Kotha?
Also,
can-
everyone, these teleportation circles, unfortunately, your carts and everything will not be able to travel with you. We'll say that they arrange for your beasts of burden, your horses and everything, but not the full cart. So, traveling with huge amounts of gear, the rods, things like that, may be coming to an end.
Okay.
These teleportation circles are technically inside of the Moongleam Tower.
I mean,
Okay.
if we wanted to still move the rod, Dandy can just like hike it up.
We could also just tell Kaffa that we're sending it back through
Yep.
the portal. We don't have to go with it. And
Sure.
then she can just
Yeah.
have
Catch.
it set up
Or
herself
we
on
may
it.
also just want to let her know that we have 2 pieces here, and if she wishes to recover them, that it's left here with the Harpers in this tower.
That's,
We could,
Yep. To the 2.
we could, if we're quick, reduce the size of the cart and run it inside.
How long does enlarge reduce last?
1 minute.
Whoa, yeah, that's not possible. Sorry.
You just sprint. You cast it. Well, you could cast it over and over again.
But then it would just re-enlarge the middle of the building. You'd have to shrink it again. Yeah, unfortunately, that would not work.
Well, no, I mean like while it's still going, like you cast it and then it would stay small, like restarting the timer. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just feel like the amount of time it would take to get it into the tower, to a different location, and then out of wherever the hell that is, I just don't feel that's practical.
How many
Yeah,
spell
you'd have
slots
to
do you
have a couple of folks with.
So no.
Yeah.
It's not undoable, but you'd have to have it very synchronized and ready to go with characters with spells ready to fire on both ends.
Right, and it's a leveled spell too, isn't it? Yeah, second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Dandy can lift it. It's what, 100 pounds?
Yeah, it's 100 pounds.
She can
Yeah.
lift that. So, like I said, catch.
So, yeah, your travel capabilities are opening up, but remember, you can keep your belongings here,
Yes.
or have them transported to, say, Yartar or someone else somewhere else like that. Of course, there are possibilities of complications on the road, but leaving them here in Everland and then coming back as you need things is a possibility. You could very well have various storage containers or things of that nature in these major cities for you to swing back and pick stuff up from.
I do have a question. Is Beef able to go through these portals?
That is why we said the horses and everything like that, those can be accommodated for.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that. I
Yeah,
apologize.
the beasts of burden, your horses, your familiars, Luna,
Beef isn't a burden.
things of that nature.
Well, the familiars
We
just go
can
into the pocket dimension.
right, but like Luna and things of that nature, we can work out that those get transported with you.
Sweet.
Okay, so the question is, do we wish to teleport somewhere, or do we wish to attempt to do the
Silvery
do we
Moon,
wish to,
that's
basically do we wish to teleport, or do we wish to travel on foot?
To Silvery Moon.
Because, as Dr. White said, if we hit Silvery Moon and Citadel Felbar by the time we get back, Dandy's armor should be prepared.
How much distance would we catch if we get force marched?
We'll say that either way, you all can get to Silvery Moon in 1 day. 1 day's of travel. That's close enough that you can just travel a little bit into the night and you'll be fine. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I'm okay with that if everybody else is.
I'm okay with
Why-
most stuff.
Why not? He always likes liberating good things from bad people.
Especially their alcohol.
Especially their alcohol.
Okay.
All right.
Does anyone have any objections to that? I do though think we need to use the sending stone to allow Kotha to know we do have 2 of the rods though.
Dear Katha.
Well, let me get the Word document up.
That's it. That's the whole message, dear
Oh
Dear
wait,
Katha.
do you write all of them down?
No, I just like to count.
Because I tend to get verbose. So, dear Katha, have rods and teleportation.
Stick.
Should we add catch?
What do you want? There's some. You have like 19 words.
I know,
Yeah,
but
you've got a
someone
lot
might have
left.
something else.
Currently in Everland.
Currently in Everland. We're good. How are you?
At 14 right now.
Yeah, you've got 11 left.
Pull a Chester.
That they're located at the at the Harper's Tower.
Rods at Harper's Tower.
Okay.
Please send axe money.
I think we're at 22 right now.
That'll do it.
I'm poor.
One word left.
And she just screams, bye!
The last word is mwah.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. Sending stones are great.
Yeah. Oh no, my word wants to freaking auto adjust that to tax money. Gross.
No,
Oh,
no,
you
no.
write them all down. Okay.
Send tax money and poor.
Oh man. Okay.
Wait, but do you save like all of the sendings?
No, I don't save them. I should. I really should.
Particularly the ones we've sent here.
Yeah. I write them down to count the words though, just for fun, but I actually don't save them. No, I did not mean tax money. Okay. All
I'm
right.
just picturing Dandy though going, "Dears and terms, you stink."
All right. So you get a message back from Katha. Katha Mossblossom being the group's Lord's
Yeah,
Alliance
where?
contact in Waterdeep. Their main.
And definitely not paid enough for this crap
Right.
that we put her through.
So you would get a message back in relatively quick order, about 15 minutes until you feel the telltale sign of the sending stone warming in your pocket, and it would say, acknowledged. Sending force to Everlund to retrieve Rod. Will also send additional funding.
I freaking love her. Dandy can't wait for midnight so she can send thank you.
Yeah, Katha does not feel it necessary to use all 25 of her words.
I like the idea of splitting up a sending. Like you start it, and then like throughout
You
the
al-
day.
Well, I think we were talking about that, right? It was like one word every hour,
Yeah.
just to keep her up all night.
Oh, jeez. You, 2 hours later, stink.
Oh.
You have
checking.
reached the voicemail box of Katha Mossblossom.
That's worse than like when you text somebody and all you see is the bubbles next to the text, like you know they read it.
Oh
They're
no.
trying to respond, but it never comes through.
I'm really glad. I am really glad Discord doesn't have that, because sometimes I'll look at a message and then I'll just like walk away for several hours and then respond to it way later.
Oh wait, you glad it doesn't have what?
Like the little red bubble.
Oh.
Like
I've seen that sending technically would not allow that, but I feel like it should.
yeah.
To send words.
Right.
The
Maybe it's a
voicemail box
malfunctioning
you've
sending
reached is
stone.
full.
Oh my god, you send it all at once, but they get it in buffers.
Oh no.
Brevin at the moment, upon hearing that this was Kotha's response, is wondering if Kotha's going to send like 2 copper pieces as her, as revenge over some of the messages sent to her at
Right.
random time.
Luckily for you, Kotha is not really a memer.
Dandy doesn't realize that you don't have to use all 25 words. She very specifically thinks up words to fill it up.
It's useful. Like that's just efficient use of magic, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, everybody. So, as we are leaving Everlund, heading out, you all find yourselves between 2 rather notable locations, the Silverwood and the Nether Mountains. The woods to the west and the Nether Mountains to the east. And just a little background on those areas. So, the Silverwood was actually once part of the High Forest, but it's actually that path that leads to Everlund has been so thoroughly logged that the forest is actually split into 2 different sections now. Loggers working either side of the Evermore Way have carved what the elves of the High Forest consider to be a wound through the terrain. Bare hillsides littered with stumps line the entire gap through the area. The elves that live in the Silverwood do not look kindly on outsiders.
Sounds like exactly where we want to go.
Then you've got the Nether Mountains. The Nether Mountains are actually a source, hence their name, of a lot of legends about the lost Netherese. For those of you unfamiliar with the Netherese, they were the ancient magical civilization that a lot of the old magic and the old items, these wondrous things that can't be duplicated, a lot of those things came from the Netherese Empire. They were a ruthless. I forget what the system of government is in these fantasy settings where mages are controlling all the power, but essentially, the more powerful.
Magocracy?
I think that sounds right.
Yeah.
But
I suppose, yeah.
yeah, but they held all the power and they've moved around in these massive floating cities. They would affect the weather around them for dozens of miles around them just to make sure that it was pleasant only around their city. Eventually, though, as all these huge empires eventually do, they fell in a rather dramatic fashion, quite literally in a lot of ways, as they caused a massive magical cataclysm that sent all of their flying cities plummeting to the ground at once. Their ruins cover the entirety of the north and the Sword Coast in general. But yeah, these mountains are full of such repositories and riches from that. They're also full of orcs, and not a small amount of dragons. So yeah, let's roll for a random encounter, shall we?
Oh boy.
Yay.
Do we get disadvantage or advantage for pushing so hard?
That will depend on what you roll on this d20. We'll see what the result is.
I would like to not be at fault, so someone else roll.
I'm down. I want chaos. Give it to me. 16.
No whammy, no whammy.
Okay. So that is your morning. Let's go ahead and get another one for the afternoon.
I'll fuck up the afternoon.
Look at that. Okay.
This is
And
working perfectly.
one more for the evening.
Go for it, cowboy.
Okay. All right. So.
Evil chuckle.
All right. So, the journey between Everlund and Silvery Moon does pass uneventfully. Thankfully for some, not so much for others. Wyatt wanting his chaos will have to wait until another transit. But you all will find yourselves traveling through this neck of the woods on your way back. So maybe the opportunity for elf, orc, Netherese chaos will come then. What?
Not even a single evil goat.
Do we have to I'm assuming we have to eat on the road, right? Because are we sleeping on the road?
No, it will not be necessary. You'll get to Silvery Moon late in the evening, but you will get there in the same day. I'm sorry, you said forced march, so no, you would get there. You would get there right around like early evening, around 5 or 6.
Wait, where are we going?
Silvery Moon, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right, city to the north of us.
Oh, Silvery Moon.
Oh, Silvery Moon indeed.
I read about them because I was making a character coming from there. That's a cool city.
Yeah, Silvery Moon is great.
Meh, it's a bunch of bells. Who cares?
All right, everybody. So, speaking of elves, near the end of your day, the sun beginning to set, you all do find yourselves nearing the fabled city of Silvery Moon. For those of you unfamiliar with the place, it is an extravagant, beautiful city. Think a lot like Rivendell. Lots of buildings built into the hillsides, into the mountainsides, very naturalistic. Considered to be the gem of the north. It is a beautiful, tranquil city where trees and gardens live in harmony with the buildings, bridges, and sculptures. It is an enlightened place, with a great library, breathtaking temples and shrines, and respected schools of magic, art, and music. Its beauty awes visitors and is the subject of many bardic songs and tales. There is a massive bridge made essentially of light that does connect the two parts of the city, separated by a river. This bridge of light does traverse it. There's some art. But yeah.
Ooh. Can we walk on it?
You can.
I thought it would be really funny if it wasn't real and we walked on it.
Alright. So, Horace, your relationship with Silvery Moon may be a little interesting depending on how you and your family and Citadel Adbar in general fared during the War of the Silver Marches. Silvery Moon, unfortunately, did not enter into that fighting, much like the Lord's Alliance and why Everlund split away. Silver Moon's reputation was tarnished by its half-hearted efforts in the aid of Sundabar during the War of the Silver Marches. The city remains a powerful and influential member of the Lord's Alliance, even though it has lost a lot of reputation with the dwarves of the Silver Marches.
I would have thought they were Harpers.
Yeah. There is definitely a Harper presence here. Many Harpers, wizards, and bards of that organization specifically do call Silvery Moon home, as do many rangers from from the line of the Silverhands. I forget what her name was, but there is an ancient and powerful elven wizard who has called Silvery Moon home for a long time and has many sons and daughters who hold quite a large amount of power and sway in the area. So, here in Silvery Moon, there is, of course, the Margister clan. An odd place for them to call home. So the Margister clan will go back and pull up a little bit of what you all learned back in Tribor. The Margister clan you were informed about them by Othavir, an individual that you met in Tribor. He was fleeing from Waterdeep because of his association with the Margister clan. He had learned and uncovered a rumor that turned out to be terribly true, that the Margisters were involved with fiendish entities, were in fact devil worshippers and quite high standing in those circles as well. Learning of this, Othavir fled and decided to try and distance himself from the Margister family as much as he possibly could. He, after aiding you all in Tribor, told you all of a Margister homestead here in Silvery Moon. Inside of this homestead, there is a carriage that the family uses, among other things, as a safe for several of the family heirlooms. So, to be more specific, Oath of Ear's quest. So, he has told you that the family owns a 3-story tower in Silvery Moon. There is a detached area at the center of which is a carriage house on the property. It is there that he provides these details. The carriage is at the center of a courtyard. Several of the servants' quarters surrounding it. There can be expected to be around 3 guards. He says that they're quite often easily distracted from what Oath of Ear was able to say, but 3 guards are stationed to guard over the carriage at pretty much all times. He knows that an arcane lock spell does protect the carriage, and he knows that the magic items are hidden in a compartment under the passenger seat. He doesn't know what the magic items are. Yep, that's it.
Well,
What was
question
that
is-
last thing under the seat?
The magic items are hidden in a compartment under the passenger seat of the carriage.
Thank you.
Where was the carriage again?
In the center of the courtyard, separated from the detached area at the center.
Yep, it is in the center of a courtyard in a detached area next to their tower.
So we need to. We need to get.
Well, stealth is our strong point.
Well, wait, is that irony? I'm
Yeah. This is a
Yeah,
notoriously
no,
door-kicking party.
sarcasm.
Strength. Well, stealth is my strongest point, I think, actually.
Not the rest of ours.
Up right in time.
Yeah, the lowest.
Sandy is walking around just singing in the top of her lungs.
The lowest I could roll on a.
everybody I'm on my way.
If I was trying to be stealthy, the lowest I could roll is an 18.
Nice.
No one would ever see Tony.
Where's all the markers?
The rest of us, however.
Well, I could help with you as well. A little bits of fixer-uppers, but I could work on it.
Here come the markers.
Wyatt's carrying fire. Like bombs.
Like bombs.
We'll just like follow my lead, and I could help us out. So do we need? So like, what is the plan here?
We're
Going
in
into
and
Silvery Moon.
stealing
Split the
everything we
party,
have.
split the party, split the party.
Well, I do also possess a chime of opening that we found, but I don't think it'll work on an arcane. Don't know if it'll work on an arcane lock.
What is
Hey guys, remember when we could have bought an axe that would have opened any door? Just crossing her arms and being pouty about it.
Don't worry, guys. I had the perfect solution for this. Pulls out a key. This key will open any lock. It crumbles in his hand. Damn it. Need
Damn
more
it.
work.
Damn it.
Sandy's just like, where'd it go?
Do we still have the scroll?
I think I might have
dispel
taken a
magic
bit too
scroll?
much.
The what scroll?
The dispel magic scroll.
Spell magic scroll.
Ooh. We do.
Mhm.
So,
I don't know
while
what
you
that
all
does.
are figuring this out, I'm going to go ahead and put you all onto the map. You can be scouting out the Martister location. Both of you would have told you how to find the place in Silvery Moon, and luckily, adventurers are not uncommon here. So your entrance and moving about of the place does not really go too much noticed. So I'll show you the map what you're looking with because you'll be able to scout the area out pretty well.
If someone can cast reduce on me, I can become tiny.
I do
I
not
could
have.
step on you.
Sure. I don't think that would help, Dandy.
Mm.
Because okay, I'm not capable of casting dispel magic though, so that becomes a bit of an issue. Though I'm,
Though the thing is, though, once we get the box, presumably, of course, it is not warded. Of course, that's going to be the other issue.
okay, so we should throw ourselves down.
Can everybody see
The
okay?
thing is, though, we do need the guards distracted before we attempt this.
Oh wait, can we see if there are guards here, like where everyone is?
So, yeah, let's go ahead and get your tokens out here, just so that they're out here. We'll assume that you haven't made any sort of move on the place until you have specifically indicated as such. But for now,
Just scattered.
Right.
Oh, okay. Everyone's all over the place.
Here, Brevin.
just a point of order. This would be out towards Silvery Moon, and that way would be towards their tower where you all assembled.
Oops. Okay.
So
Who's
west
that?
would
Yeah.
be towards the tower, east would be towards Silver Moon.
Right.
Got it.
Brevin
Uh,
and who's not out yet? Charles is not out.
Anything of distinction in the north or south quadrant?
We'll go ahead and just say no. Just a couple servants' quarters, things like that. Nothing of any major interest. All right, so as you all are hanging out, let's go ahead and see an investigation check from somebody and a perception check from somebody else.
I'll take perception.
I'll do investigation. And I'll toss
19
a
motion.
guidance on there in case I need it.
Okay, good stuff. Okay. So 10 for Wyatt, and what's your guidance on there, Brevin?
Oh, they toss it on there.
Yeah.
It's 19 for Wyatt.
Oh, nice. I forget you do that with
21.
advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, 21.
So, good stuff. So, Brevin, you are able to confirm during your observations that there are, in fact, 3 guards. There is also a 4th person who exits. It seems that the guards patrol each of these corner buildings, 1 guard in each, moving around and patrolling. The 4th individual, who is dressed in more plain clothes, but with your 21, Brevin, these are the Margisters, Latoni. They are a group of devil worshippers who are up to a lot of no good, mainly in Waterdeep. A friend of yours that you met back in Tribor, or that the rest of the group met back in Tribor, told you all of this stash, and that these are bad people, and bad people don't deserve nice things. So that is why you all are here, to take their things from these people.
Just so I'm clear on this, we have sent half an angel in to mess with the devil worshippers.
Sounds about right.
All right.
Okay.
Tony doesn't have any strong feelings.
That's what
one
we
way or
meant.
another about devils.
Taking the
but,
good
he
things
likes
from the
stealing.
bad people.
Axiomatically, he likes stealing, so that's
It's like, we're taking stuff, I'm in. All right, so Brevin, with your 21, you are able to discover that there is 1 guard patrolling each of the outlying structures. They do make their way out onto the steps and their balconies, respectively. The buildings to the east, they would make their way out onto those steps, look around, head back in. And the ones to the west would, I said that twice, the ones to the east would step out of the staircases here look around, head back in. The ones in the west would step out on the balconies, do the same thing, head back in. Now, there is one individual who looks a little different than the others. They do exit from the building to the southwest, and they're not wearing armor, they're not carrying weapons, but they very much... What's up? They don't carry armor, they don't carry weapons, but they do seem like they're in charge. Wyatt, with your 19, you notice that even though it's raining just the ever tiniest bit, the guards are not getting wet. In fact, you almost seem like you see a little bit of steam rising off of them as they patrol around.
Oh.
Okay, so they might be fiends.
Does Wyatt let us know that he saw this?
Oh, I assume we're both telling everybody.
Oh, yeah,
everything,
okay.
Like with your investigation and my perception.
Okay.
Also, in terms of opening that arcane lock, I have proficiency in Tinker's tools and Thieves' tools. I feel like if with given enough time, I could probably break the lock.
We could just dispel it.
It is an arcane
Yeah.
lock spell,
Yeah.
as in the second level abjuration spell.
Does arcane lock cannot be dispelled?
You touch a closed door, window, gate, chest, or other entryway,
Possible. Wait.
and it becomes locked for the duration. You and the creatures you designate when the spell is cast can open the object normally. You can also set a password that, when spoken within 5 feet of the object, suppresses the spell for 1 minute. Oath of Fear did not provide any password. Otherwise, it is impassable until it is broken or the spell is dispelled or suppressed. Casting Knock on the object suppresses arcane lock for 10 minutes.
Knock, okay.
One last clause. While affected by the spell, the object is more difficult to break or force open. The DC to break it or pick any locks on it increases by 10.
So,
Okay.
we dispel the lock, and then we just
Okay.
grab it. The other thing is, we could just do what our speciality. I'm just saying.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
One of us can turn invisible, and do it. You know.
Out of curiosity, is Dandy getting any vibes off these guys? I know that the Azamar is supposed to get like directives.
If you could show me a class ability or something, I can tell you if it's being triggered by anything. Oh, I almost forgot Sir Steve.
Right on, Steve.
How you feeling, Steve? You getting any vibes?
He is ready. He has his sword out. He is ready for a fight. He's ready for adventure.
See, the man wants a fight. We should give him a fight, guys. We should give him a fight.
Well, the last time we tried to give him a fight, he just didn't do anything.
Can we have like things for the guards patrolling?
Sure. So we will say that they come out from their buildings at 1 minute intervals with a 1 minute intervals. No, that's a little too short. Time is weird when you're trying to figure out stuff like this in 5e. So we'll have to say that they come out at relatively irregular intervals, but when they do, this one comes out right here. This one comes out right here. This one right here. And then the other individual right here. You all can't see that. The other individual pops out right here.
And that's the boss looking one. That's the Karen of the group, right?
That is the unarmed appearing individual who looks like he's in charge.
Yeah, Reverend is willing to wager dollars to donuts that that one can probably do something like hurl fire or God knows what.
Who has?
I hear 4 arrows. I hear 4 arrows to the chest are good at solving many problems.
Oh, Horace,
Yeah.
are you fire retarded yet?
I am resistant.
Yes.
How
how do we get Horus on top of this roof?
Dandy can fly for a minute.
You could.
I got
try to-
armpits.
About to say, Dandy can fly. Horus is small. Dandy is strong.
Horus is also.
Airdrop.
What armor
I'm-
is Horus wearing? 'Cause that's-
Late.
Yeah, I imagine that's pretty heavy.
What's your strength score, Dandy?
Dandy has a +2 to strength.
Okay. So what's that, 16?
14.
14.
14. Okay.
So she can carry. She can push, move, or carry.
Listen,
200
I supluxed an orc. I can, or ogre.
Okay, we're just trying to we're basically determining on whether or not you need a check to get Horus up there successfully or not, and the answer to that is yes, you do.
Can we do a athletics check?
It would certainly be an athletics check. So let's go ahead and make sure that's the plan first, and then we'll see what's going on here. I'm just gonna drop one more guard down to signify the other individual. There.
While that's going on, me and Charles can shoot for the carriage while the rest of you guys want to just,
Cause chaos.
I'm giving the motion for putting somebody to sleep by choking them.
Can Latoni climb onto the roof right here?
Sure.
Nice.
As soon as you want to travel over to this side, we'll need to start making our stealth checks. But once everyone's decided what we'll do, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, he just wanted to get a better
Keep
view.
in mind, if I'm flying, I'm glowing.
Oh. Okay. So stealth kind of goes out the window.
Yeah, the radiant light seeping.
So
Well,
basically,
you don't
meaning you're the distraction.
need to fly across the courtyard. You can fly down the corner and then, I guess, west.
Yeah, you
South
all
and
could come
west.
around to the other
And then
side
we
over here.
Could just right, and then we could just come over the roof.
Granted, that I could just throw you. You, buddy.
Okay.
If we need to.
I only get 1 minute of flight a day. I want to use it to our best advantage, guys.
I mean, if you want to make a distraction, I could always infuse an item.
What? Haven't you already done your infusions?
Sorry, not infuse. Magical tinker an item. I make it float in the air and like distract them
Can
all.
we send out the ghost?
You want to send Steve?
I mean, I assume he would scare them in some capacity. He's a ghost.
We have
Well,
bats
they
and
worship
rats we can throw
demons,
at them.
I
so
don't think it would scare them.
I'm assuming they're demons.
We can see how they react.
I
to
mean,
that.
as the rain doesn't touch them and steam rises off them.
See,
How come demons get all the good shit?
see, what
Dandy's
I'm
getting wet.
thinking- What I'm thinking is like literally just like taking a stick or something, put magical tinkering on it, and then put it like, make it float to over here, and then have it trigger its sound, like some weird sounds as if someone is over there to draw the guards over there, and then I'll have it float away further and further and draw them away.
Just so that
Sounds
my
like
orientation is
we're
correct,
already
this is the passenger side, correct?
Correct.
The north side one, and
Yes.
then this would be the driver's side.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
I
this
agree.
is the
Let's
side
just
we
spell that.
want to get, to the north side of the carriage. So we would probably want everybody on the south side, so that sneaky people can get into the north, dispel and grab.
Yeah, I could get it
Or-
there, but I couldn't dispel it on my own.
We could just kill everyone here because we know they're fiends now, and bless this place and move on.
Question.
Inversely, if you want a distraction, Dandy can light up, because that would distract everybody.
How is the arcane lock described to us? Like, what is it, like a safe or something?
All that was described to you is that, specifically, an arcane lock spell protects the sliding wooden door of the carriage.
Ah. What if we broke the other side of the door? Like the back, like the underneath, or something like that.
Like, just break in through a different section of it?
Yeah. It
We
is
don't need no
Crawl-
doors.
Crawl underneath and open the floorboards of the carriage.
I've got wood carvers. I can like chisel away at it from underneath.
Who has punch?
Yeah, I was like, just dispel the door and then open the doors.
Yeah, but I can't dispel. I was just saying I'm really sneaky, but I can't dispel it.
No, that's right. I would go with you. We have a scroll of dispel. I can use it.
Go Wyatt.
Do we want to be sneaky, or do we want to just kill them? I feel like we
Let's
all.
let's let Latoni and Wyatt go do dispel and sneak, and the rest of us just like clap our armor. I feel like that would be
Okay,
the.
so here's what we will do. You all have been observing well enough and for long enough to get a good idea of their pattern. You will have 2 rounds while all 4 of them are indoors. 12 seconds where not a single one of them will come out. At which point, one of them will emerge to check the courtyard, and then we will have another 2 rounds until somebody else comes back out. So basically, we're going to roll initiative.
Woo. Yeah, he cast Path of Trace.
I'm not mad about that advantage. On
Y'all can
initiative.
add guidance to initiative, by the way.
Is that like a real thing?
Yeah. It's a skill check. It's a dex check.
You all will have 2 rounds. Anybody that enters the courtyard will need to make a stealth check.
Did we agree to get down to the southern
You all
alley
can
there?
position yourselves however you need to.
Okay. I'm gonna go towards the corner and just be like ready to turn the corner.
What are Steve's instructions?
Oh, you want to go from the top?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna come down this way. All right.
Okay. The top side.
Down.
I'd say Steve, get ready for a fight if things go south.
Okay. So he'll hang out with Dandy, Horace, and Brevin.
Yeah.
Did we say that we wanted to get down to the south alley down here?
I think that was you and Horace, Dandy. Do you guys want to do that?
What do you think, buddy?
That's fine.
Well, no. Tell me where you want to go.
Oh, I got nothing. I mean, having problems.
Okay.
So while
How
everyone's
high? How
preparing-
high is the roof?
The rooftops here are only 10 feet up.
While everyone else is like preparing, I'm just like taking my thieves' tools out and like tinkering with them a little bit, making sure they're good to go.
Is there a 10-foot drop? Is that a die of damage or?
If you fall from the roof, yes, that would be 1 die of damage. 1d6.
I can climb down. I'll be fine.
Do you need to? Did you want to get up there?
I don't want to get down.
Fair enough.
Horace, it is also safe to say that if you were onto the roof, you'd be able to, well, because they're coming out from this area here. Now that you're all over here, you'd see that the entrance to the building is here. So do with that information as you will. There is ways to get from these balconies back to ground level without falling or dropping.
Question: Is there like space to walk behind these houses over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, could
So
just
we
run
said
by the
we
alley?
said servant quarters to the north and south. So we will say that there are only
Oh,
Yeah, I was just wondering if there was like any space above this.
yes, there would be
I was imagining we wouldn't be on the roof because
alleys. They're not patrolled and not guarded like this area is.
Yeah, we'd be right up there.
Okay. All right.
What is Y concentrating on?
No, I have nothing concentrating on.
Oh,
It's from before.
Okay. Steve's down here with Charles and Brevin.
my map.
we should have like Mission Impossible music playing.
Right. I actually haven't picked out music like that yet. I've got fight and then session specific music.
Right.
The best I got is just fight music.
Charles. Hope you got ShamWow.
All right. So, have you all decided on your plan?
No.
No. Well,
Okay,
Dandy,
so-
you are up first.
What? No, she isn't.
Is she not?
He's definitely not.
Oh, rip. I had not sorted yet. My bad. So, Latoni, then Charles.
I have no map.
You have no map. Weird.
Oh no.
I just have. I'm gonna turn off storm. I'm
Yeah.
gonna reset.
Go ahead and reset. Go ahead and reset, because there's no dynamic lighting on this map, so you should be able to just.
It was just white squares.
Oh yeah, that's a load error.
And I'm on YouTube instead of Roll20.
Oh no.
If we, okay, so if we want, we can run down, and I'll stay in range so that way you have, so your armor is quieter than it normally is. And then you can run in and dispel it. And then I can hold my action to do something.
Can you get to it within that first turn?
Oh wait, I could, if I dash, I can get to here normally.
Okay.
But, oh yeah, you can't. You'd have to.
Yeah.
You all have 2 rounds. At the top of the 3rd round, one randomly determined guard will pop their head out and have a look around.
We
I
could
could
both hide
definitely-
underneath the car.
I could dispel it on top of the first turn, and on the second, we could get in and like shut the door and be inside of it.
How do you get there on the first turn?
Well, I get 30 feet and then cast a spell to dispel the first door.
What is the range of dispel?
120.
Nice.
What? Oh wow. Okay. Jeez, I thought it was like 10 feet or something. Okay, we could definitely do that, and then I can grab it in the
Yeah.
second turn.
And
then
then
we
the
can
second turn, we just jump in and then shut the door.
yeah, we hide.
Yeah.
Underneath it or something. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Okay. We non-verbally communicate that with everyone. With sign language.
I guess I'll be the lookout.
Right, Charles, I
I-
wanted to be involved.
Well, what I can do actually is I can just misty step up to the roof here, and just kind of use it as like cover, and just like kind of peek my head over and see where the guards are at and which ones are popping out.
Okay. Okay.
Luna,
Yeah, totally. So yeah, go ahead and position yourself on the roof, Charles. Well, we're gonna do that during the initiative order. We'll have you hop on up there. But
Luna
yeah,
and Nugget are rolling around in the
and then Charles, what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to make a perception check, and that might actually help you figure out which guard is going to come out.
Sounds good.
All right, Latoni.
Woo, okay, there we go.
Man, Mission Impossible music would be great right now.
I got it in my head. Does that count?
I'm gonna try and see if I can find suspense.
I'll stick right here, because I need to stay in range for Wyatt to like have his armor be silenced. So should I make like a stealth check or do I not? need
Yep,
to?
as you enter into the courtyard, a stealth check.
Okay, here we go. That's a 27.
Okay.
And then I'll hold my action to. I don't know. I'll have my weapons out. I went. I'll dodge. There we go. I'll dodge.
Charles, use your movement to get up onto the roof.
Yep. And then it would just be on the lookout and weapons out and ready in case they get made. But I'd also be like trying to signal them that they're good to go at the moment.
Make a perception check.
You know what? Screw it. I'll take the 16.
Okay. You can tell by the way that the shadows are moving inside of these buildings that this is going to be the guard that comes out. The northwestern guard will be the one that comes out.
Can you light it up?
So-
I'm over there. Okay.
So
you.
I'll signal them. I'll signal to them and be like, that one's coming out.
Yeah, we can totally say that you all worked out some form of communication while you were figuring this out, whether it be hand signals, bird
points to this
chirps,
guy?
whatever. Yes.
He points to this guy. I give the thumbs up.
Okay. What is he going to do?
He is going to perch upon either Dandy or Horace and ride them as they go wherever, so he can in his mind, advise and assist.
Okay. Dandy?
What is E's advice here? Because I'm not sure what Dandy should be doing.
I think most of you are kind of in a holding pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all I can really think of is that if someone does pop out, like that guy up there, that she just like play Broken Wing to distract them. That's all I got right now, but that's not useful at this moment.
Yeah. Well, you do know that they come out at regular intervals and take a look around and then pop back in. So there is a chance that the group can avoid being seen even when they do that.
Okay. So I guess pass?
Okay. What?
You can activate
White's
your wings.
Running with
No.
Latoni, and as he gets there, he'll pull the scroll out and read it, and flash it and cast Dispel Magic on top of the door.
We need a stealth check from Wyatt as he enters the courtyard. Nice.
That is a 14.
Oh, right, because you're heavy armor. Okay, 14.
Let's hope their low is.
Okay.
No.
Charles, you do not see any further movement from any of the buildings? Neither
Alright,
do you,
I'll
anyone,
take-
neither does anyone on the floor? On the ground level?
I'll signal them to keep moving.
Okay, Horace, is there anything that you'd like to do? Oh, we lost Andy. Damn. He was saying he was having problems. Okay, we'll move on for now. Steve is going to hang back as well. Brevin, anything from you?
Yeah, I'm going to use my spider climb ability to get up on the roof.
Okay. Go ahead and put yourself on whichever roof that you're on.
Just that close one there where I'm still using most of it kind of as cover.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to make another perception check just to see what I see.
Okay. So, Wyatt, Dispel Magic. I'm sorry, we're back to Latoni, but I have to check something real quick.
Ouch.
Also nothing.
Okay.
Is he looking at Steve?
Maybe.
Getting lost in
Okay.
his eyes.
Okay, Wyatt.
He's got incredible legs.
Latoni, you are up. Wyatt, you did specify the Arcane Lock spell, right?
Yes.
Latoni, you're up.
I'm working on what our contact told us.
Latoni will run over and see if he can just open the door if he can.
Latoni, as soon as you open the door, you all
Ooh.
hear sirens beginning to blare in all four corners.
Makes sense.
You have
Okay.
triggered an alarm spell.
Okay. He opens it and sees if he can see if he can open the compartment.
Okay. So, we are at the very top of the initiative. Latoni, you will get your full action when we come back to this part next week. Since we have lost Andy, it does seem an appropriate spot to stop, since it is about to fucking go off, and there's no way we finish this fight in a half an hour.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
everybody,
let's
so-
just pick the whole damn wagon.
Right, we will go ahead and call it a session here. There,
Okay.
you do hear alarms going off. Charles and Brevin, from your lookout points, you can see a flurry of activity going off inside of these buildings. You all see. Well, we'll go ahead and come back to that next week. But we are going to call it a session here. When we come back next week, we can see what mayhem this alarm spell has triggered.